Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be discussing 6 strategies for effective time management. Now, as you all know from time to time, or a lot of times, that people in positions of authority struggle a lot with time management, being effective with your time management. So we're going to talk about ways to improve that today. Now, a Harvard study found that 27 top performing CEOs use these actual strategies that I'm about to show you today. Time is said to either be spent or invested, but without time management, it can also be squandered. So is your to-do list constantly growing? Do you feel like there's not enough time or hours in the day to meet your family, work, or social obligations? Well, for business leaders, time management is specifically problematic given the magnitude of their responsibilities and the limited hours in each day. Not only is time lost, never to be found again, but not managing time strategically harms the executive's well-being, effectiveness, and organizational performance as well. So again, a Harvard Business School study followed, get this, around the clock, 27 top performing CEOs of publicly traded companies worth on average about $1.3 billion with a B. Now, with the help of their executive assistants, over 60 hours were tracked across a time period of 3 months. In part, the purpose of the study was to analyze the raw data of actual time allocation and provide recommendations on how to increase time efficiency. So arguably, the most important step to becoming an effective leader is through proper calendar management. Now, with that being said, let's dive into the 6 strategies in the study to help boost your time efficiency. Number 1, schedule downtime and regular activities. Pencil downtime throughout the day because, let's face it, we're not superhuman. So a 10-minute break here and there is not going to bankrupt you or your organization or your business. Now, these short time gaps give you time to catch your breath. You know what I'm saying? Review what's next and center yourself before moving forward. Warren Buffett even schedules hours each day just for reading. And to be quite honest, your family would appreciate a text from you a time or two throughout the day. So schedule downtime and regular activities. Number 2, well, before I go into number 2, I want to add to that. Now, additionally, scheduling all regular activities like going to the pick up the mail, walking the dog, picking up your dry cleaning, going to the gym, or picking up the kids. These regular or reoccurring tasks eat into your daily bandwidth, and when accounted for, it will help to strategically allocate the time that's left in your day. So think about that. Now, moving on to number 2, include buffers between meetings. Remember to add some time in between each appointment to account for delays. Few meetings start and end on time, and then sometimes an extended discussion is needed and useful in the moment. So knowing that, plan for these situations so you're not constantly late for the following item on your calendar. All right? Number 3, master the art of delegation. Get out of the weeds, guys. CEOs who aren't careful find themselves or find their time is mostly spent responding to questions from inside and outside the organization. It's an unavoidable part of being in a position where decisions are required. But it's not the only role that a CEO or a person in position of authority has. So planning and creating a vision forward for your organization is more important than overseeing day-to-day decisions. Okay? Now, you can tackle this problem in 2 ways. The first one is empower your leadership team to handle the day-to-day operations and regularly schedule uninterrupted planning in your calendar. This way, well, when you don't make time to plan, your organizations will likely operate on short-term goals. In doing that, you leave yourself or your business open for disruption. So just keep that in mind. Number 4, set yourself up for tomorrow the day before. Prepare the next day at the end of each day. You'll sleep better already knowing that you've recorded your thoughts and the agenda for the following day instead of having everything churn around in your head all day, all evening, overnight until the next morning. So schedule this as a regular occurrence each day. That way you won't have it rolling around in your head. You've already got it mapped out and planned what you're going to do for the next day, already written out. Number 5, include time to develop yourself and your team. Now that you got your calendar under control, you should invest in leadership development. Start by identifying areas where you and your team can improve. Maybe delegation has been tough for you because you don't trust the judgment of your team. Or you realize when you sit down to plan that you don't know where to start. Maybe hiring a coach is worth the effort because the performance of you and your team could also improve. You'll learn to recognize the opportunities and make plans to achieve them once you're open for advice. And then finally, number 6, use email with caution. If you didn't notice already, I didn't mention the huge 800-pound gorilla on the back of most executives every day. Email. It's a huge time suck. And being in a position of leadership, people feel like they have to respond nights, weekends, from the bed, from the shower, etc., etc. How you manage this should align with your company culture. But the best policy for most internal questions that arrive, especially from email, should be addressed face-to-face or by phone, whenever possible. And I say that because you'll get much better results than writing an unclear and rushed response. So finally, how can a CEO make time to meet with people who email them? The best of the best schedule time to walk through their facilities or offices or warehouses or whatever as often as possible. These are friendly visits just to let everyone know that the communication lines are open while offering a chance to get to know everyone on a personal level. All right, that's my time, guys. This was a little bit lengthy, but at the same time, I felt it was much needed because a lot of us need to take time to figure out how to best use our time so we can be more effective, not only for what we're doing, but for our team as well. And with that being said, remember, leadership development coaching is very crucial, guys. No matter what type of leadership you're in, you could use a coach to help you understand these things and help you understand what true leadership is all about. So if you need help in that area or diversity training or even team building, please contact me and we'll sit down and put together a plan to help you be as successful as possible, you and your team. All right? And also, don't forget, great leadership equals great results. All right? Take care. How are you leading?